racing right now.
He's got traction, he's got rid of the outside of both of them! Maloney!
Oh, he's taken Anderson! Anderson's up to him!
Oh my God! Big crash! Oh my goodness, half the field's going to get rolled!
Section's very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly. This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my God!
God, what?
Hey everyone, the USF 2000 is a blast to drive now, and here's your chance to learn it quickly. From my tutorial, VRS created a free bonus track guide for the Laguna Seca circuit, where you can learn exactly what I do in every corner to improve your lap times and get faster on track. You'll learn how to easily recognize brake markers, you'll find out which curves to attack and which ones to avoid, you'll know when to use the full track and when a sequence of corners requires a compromise. And you'll learn how hard to brake and when to lift. The VRS Quick Reference track maps are available free to download and delivered each week to your inbox. The entire global MX-5 series is available, as well as bonus maps like this one and many more. So if you're a new racer, or a veteran, or just anyone who wants to learn how to get faster sooner, the VRS track guides are for you. Just hit the link or button on screen and get yours today.
This is iRacing, the world's premier online racing game. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat to experience today's newest form of competitive motorsport, virtual racing, all from your home PC. Race virtually in indoor series from NASCAR, IndyCar, IMSA, the World of Outlaws, Aussie Supercars and more. Take on legendary circuits like Daytona, Silverstone and the Nürburgring. Join iRacing's global online racing community and get on track today at iRacing.com.
Are you spending a lot of time looking for setups and struggling for faster lap times? Are you tired of searching online for answers? Would you like to get setups, analysis and tutorials from some of the best sim racers in the world like Ralph Alla, Mitchell de Jong, Martin Krunker, Josh Rogers and many more? If so, virtualracingschool.com is the answer you've been looking for. VRS data packs provide hot laps from our professional coaches for you to analyse and replicate. They provide tutorials that walk you through the fastest laps and what the pros did to achieve the best times. And they provide the setups you need to ensure your car is competitive in both oval and road racing. If you're ready to get faster and reach more podiums sooner than later, just go to virtualracingschool.com and sign up for a free account today.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Round 8 of the V8 Supercar America Series. We're coming to you from Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, and we're going to be running the full course tonight as we bring you the V8's America Series. My name is JD Smith. With me tonight is Kane Kraft. Sorry about missing last week, guys, but we're going to make it up for you with some big racing tonight as we come back right here on Sim Speed. Thank you guys for joining us. We have Kane with us. Kane, welcome to the broadcast. How are you this beautiful day?
Good. Getting everything loaded up now to join you guys, but I am excited for a race here at Mid-Ohio. It's been a long time since I've seen a race at Mid-Ohio, but I remember them being really good here, and I think we're going to have a really, really good race here today.
Oh, I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And like I said, with us not being here last week, I got nothing but excitement for tonight to get back in it. We're already in week 8. That is absolutely absurd. Where has the time gone? Not only this season, but this year. We're already in November, and it's starting to feel like racing. We got in real world, we got NASCAR closing down. It's got its final race coming up this weekend. So just a lot of great racing. It's in the air, and I feel like tonight it's just going to be a special event. So at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, really looking forward to it, and exciting to see what the guys can bring to the table tonight.
Yeah, on the screen you see the track here. It's 13 turns, opened back in 1962. It's 277 yards to turn one. Pit speed limit, Jay's got the miles per hour on there for me, 45 miles an hour. The pit stops could start around lap 7 tonight, and they could go all the way up to lap 25.
A very big pit window, and we have seen some guys use different strategies throughout this history of this series, and that is a really large pit window. So we'll see if we have any late takers in this one, see if they can get a long run early, and if they can keep the grip late, you can come in with some really, really good grip at the end of this race, and who knows, maybe make up that battle at the last few laps to take the win.
Got about 4 minutes left of qualifying here, so while we're waiting on qualifying to wrap up, let's just, since we missed last week, let's go through the results, at least the top 5 or so of last week, and see how the guys did. Looks like Corey Shepard took the win last week again, with Rian Leonage in the second spot. Kenneth Latter finished in third. James Chasnoff with a good finish up there in fourth. Ben Morris finished in the 5th spot.
All right, so there's your top 5 from last week. And once again, we do apologize for missing last week. Of course, back with you this week, and I want to thank you guys. Also, want to throw out there with just a little over 3 minutes left in qualifying. I did want you guys to know that I will be trying my best to check the SimSpeed YouTube page as we watch the race tonight live, and we'll be looking for your comments there. If you have any questions or anything, we will be checking it live. So make sure you go by there, throw a like down, and maybe a comment, and we'll kind of keep that interactive throughout the race. As we're looking at the qualifying time so far, it's Corey Shepard who is up at the top with a 1:22.8. That seems to be the fastest. It is the fastest time so far. But McNamara is right there on the heels, and Adam Briggs up there as well. You're looking at that Sim Riggs Mustang on your screen right now, and let's see what he clocks over with a 123.5, and not enough to move up. So he's still got a little bit more time. He's going to run another lap, and we'll see some of the other guys. Good look here at Dylan Pereira as he's rocking it in the TR, the old Hydrographics Commodore, and we'll see if he's able to put down an improvement. His fastest time, he is about 0.4 seconds slower than our current pole sitter.
Let's talk real quick about last night. These guys run the race last night here for the V8 Supercars Americas Series. Dylan O'Shea came away with the top spot. Kenneth Latter in second. Tony Klusterman ran last night. He finished third. Jamie Davis finished fourth. And John Whitendorf finished fifth.
All right, so that is your Thursday night results. And, of course, tonight, the big night, the broadcast night right here. And this is where it's all at. This is where the eyes are. This is where the big boys run for the Americas Series. This is where you want to be. It's where it's at.
The main event.
That's right. You know, you'd think, well, I guess most would have the big event second. I was going to say, you know, you may think the big event would be first, but no, it makes sense.
Yeah, the finale.
Yeah, there you go. Or just at 1 minute left in qualifying, so you have got to make your move if you're going to do so. You need to really already be out there on your lap now, so just how we've seen qualifying go for this series in the past, usually a lot of the guys that get their spots and they're kind of settled in on it. So that's why usually we can go ahead and do a rundown beforehand. I think we can go ahead and do one here in just a second. And we'll bring that to you guys to look at tonight's starting grid. On the pole tonight, it is going to be Corey Shepard, and he leads the way with a 122.8. On the outside of the front row, it'll be Sean McNamara. As we go back to row 2, it'll be Adam Briggs with Blake Delaney. In the third row, it's going to be Kenneth Latter and Thomas Freeman. As we move back to row 4, it's Dylan Pereira and Troy McGuire. In row 5 tonight, it'll be Sebastian Tixier and Rian Leonich. In row 6 tonight, it'll be Michael Whiting and James Chastanoff. Moving back to the 7th row tonight in this wonderful race. Or is that our field? No, there's row 7 for me. Vincent Skilbeck and Paul Young. In row 8, it's going to be Robbie Bradbury and P. Lee. In the 9th row tonight, it'll be Darren Shannon and Matthew Monday. Row 10 consists of Austin Ward and Stephen Kokoschke. As we move back, it'll be Andrew Ritchie, Mark Turner, Roy Clark, and C.W. Williams in the 12th row. And a nice little field tonight here. Let's look at the last few here. We're going to have James Woods with Scott McKenzie in 13. 14th will be Michael Bandini and David Vasallo. And Devor Rain will round out our field tonight. That is what we're looking for in tonight's starting grid from Mid-Ohio Sports Cars. The guys are getting gridded as we speak, and we're getting ready to bring you Week 8 action right here from the V8 America Series. A good look there at the Mr. Antenna Mustang. That is Corey Shepard, who has really, really been dominant in this series, and he's had a remarkable Season 4 start to this season, and we'll see if the good luck continues for the Mr. Antenna Mustang tonight.
Yeah, a little extra big grid tonight. Only one split, so the guys that typically wouldn't be in the broadcast split get to come up, join us tonight in the broadcast, so welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch this. A really nice ice field for this track. And I think we're going to get to see lots of good racing action tonight. Should be getting the lights, and we should be getting some revs here in just a few moments as the guys are getting all gridded up. And we do. We have some revs. Let's get ready to go racing right here from Mid-Ohio Sports Cars. It is the America Series, and we are underway. Racing down into turn 1, and so far everything is looking pretty good. Got great racing all throughout the field as guys try to get singled out and fight for position. The beginning of the race is so intense. That's where you can make up so much ground. Your pole sitter Corey Shepard is off to a quick lead. Sean McNamara behind him, Adam Briggs, Blake Delaney, and Kenneth Latter are your top 5. Just behind them, we got some great side-by-side racing right now. Just in front of Michael Whiting, it's Rian Leonich down on the inside, or on the outside rather, with the racecraft of Sebastian Tixier. They were just door-to-door, and Tixier was able to get the position. A great move there from those two guys. And another side-by-side action right now that's going to be Paul Young and Vincent Skilbeck. Skilbeck able to take the position away from Paul Young there. So lots of good action all the way through the field. A very great start to tonight's race.
Yeah, so far so good. These guys really did a good job getting launched off this week, and so far everything's looking good. A little bit of tire spin there from Paul Young going into that turn there, but he managed to keep things going in the right direction. So far so good.
Sean McNamara in the racecraft number 16 Commodore. He is holding his spot there in the P2. He's got a rear view mirror full of Adam Briggs in the simribs.com Mustang. Oh, and a wide turn there for Blake Delaney in the fishy Commodore. And that number 14 machine got it.
And KFC machine off.
Yeah, big trouble right there for the number 12 KFC machine of Robbie Bradbury. And you see he started 15th and all the way back there. Big trouble for him. Unfortunate. Boy, Adam Briggs working hard trying to get P2. He would love to get the number 2 simrigs.com Mustang up there. Just McNamara is doing a good job. He's actually putting a little bit of space back where he had lost it a minute ago. As the field kind of gets single filed out, they are just getting in the fill of things. This is a 32-lap race, already 2 laps into this one, and I got a feeling we're going to see some big things unfold here in just a few. We really got these guys starting to get comfortable on the track, and we'll start getting to see some guys get racy here real soon.
Back at the back, Roy Clark trying to get his way around C.W. Williams. He was right there looking for a pass just a second ago. C.W. Williams held him off for that 20th spot.
Yeah, that's the 20th spot.
Yeah, it's Robbie Bradbury there too in that battle as well, so that's going to heat back up. He was just 15th a couple laps ago.
Yeah, we just saw the KFC number 12 Mustang of Robbie Bradbury. That was him that got lost the track position a moment ago. We'll see if he's able to fight his way back up through the field.
Yeah, that's a good battle up there toward the front.
Yeah, there's several right now that are really starting to unfurl, I guess we should say. Look at this right now. Adam Briggs, he's going to try to get around Sean McNamara. And McNamara keeping the racecraft Commodore as good as he can with loads of pressure from Adam Briggs right now. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Briggs can get this next pass an opportunity if he'll try to put the nose out there and try to make a pass. Here we are coming out of just a minute ago, coming out of the carousel down through the front stretch here to start on lap number 4. And I thought we might see McNamara get attempted there, but Adam Briggs being a little patient at the moment. It's a long race too, plenty of time. Settle in, don't want to do anything too aggressive too early. Yeah, great split vision here as you guys are looking at the battle for ninth on your right as we keep an eye on Briggs and McNamara there on the left. And so you got great racing all over the track here and really just getting underway, but just I'm very impressed with the field as a whole. They've done a wonderful job getting this race underway and really the cleanest start we've had all season. As you see right there just behind this battle for ninth, we see a car getting loose. I've seen a couple guys getting some wheel spin here, so something just to kind of keep an eye on.
If you're home and wondering who we're watching there on the right screen, that's Sebastian Tixier in the white and yellow machine, and that's Ryan Leonage there behind him.
Also looking at Dylan Pereira, he's got some damage on the passenger side of the number 10 Hydrographics Commodore. And he's got a field of fast cars behind him. Sebastian Tixier, we were just talking about a moment ago. Let's take a look at the VRS replay. You're looking at Darren Shannon right now in the EMU number 20 Commodore. Oh my goodness, massive carnage. I did not see that live, and I am so glad we got to see that. I want to see it again now that I know what I'm looking for. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness, that is just intense. Matthew Monday, oh man, that is a massive crash. Also Austin Ward involved in that one as well. That was just huge. That'll make the highlight reel. Wow. Let's take another look on board here, on board with Darren Shannon, part of the EMU Sim Racing. Boom! And you see it right there, just tons of impact. That's a big one.
Yeah, he just didn't quite have nowhere to go.
Yeah, that day is probably over. And we're going to go ahead and jump to another replay right now. Looking at Adam Briggs, that is the battle for second place. And Adam Briggs going to look down on the inside a moment ago. And watch this, he gets the stretch down and beautiful textbook inside pass. A wonderful passing opportunity, but what happened? He lost it. Went a little bit too heavy, and look at this. That's what just gotta stick it. Had to pass and then just could not stick it. Good job there from McNamara to regain second place. And we are back live now, guys, just in case you are wondering. We have several replays back to back to back, but with action happening so fast, a great job there by Jay Kennedy to keep us up to date on everything going on. He does a wonderful job keeping us on our toes and bringing these great pictures you see before you. Man, so many good battles on the track. Dylan Pereira fighting hard to hold off Troy McGuire. And Troy McGuire in the number 17 Fishy Commodore. He's flashing lights ahead at Pereira. And we'll see if Pereira is going to let him get around. I highly doubt that. Sebastian Tixier has joined this 3-car battle for 7th place as well. Just one of the few groupings. Also, Rian Leonich, Michael Whiting, and James Chastanoff. That's another great grouping that is just behind these gentlemen. We're having to move all over the track just because there's so much good racing everywhere. And back in P2, Sean McNamara has been able to maintain that P2. Looking at the distance between them and our race leader Corey Shepard, and although Corey Shepard does have a good lead right now, it's not as big as you might think as he's had in some weeks prior. He has some breathing room, but he has not been able to completely run away with it like he has in some of the other prior races when he gets into open track. So keep your eye on Corey Shepard. We'll watch him as the race progresses.
Still a close battle there for second with Sean McNamara
look
and
at this.
Adam Briggs.
Look at this down on the inside, the simrigs.com machine. That is the number 3 car, and that is Kenneth Latter going to make his move on to Laney. And oh, he didn't get it. He's going to try again, going to crisscross it, going to go to the outside. Let's see if this one will stick. And I don't know if he will. It's going to be very hard for him to make that outside pass work. As those two are battling, they got another car right behind them. This is a wonderful 3-car battle for position. And Delaney is able to maintain his spot. What a good, I like the opportunity though, and I like that chance. Just unfortunately was not able to stick that one for Kenneth Latter.
Yeah, Latter's got to be careful though. If he tries to make that pass, don't get it done, Freeman will be right there to take over Kenneth Latter's spot. So Latter's kind of in a tough position there.
Well, that's exactly what happened. It actually allowed him to catch up, and now he's right there with the pack. So we'll keep an eye on it. Good racing going on with these gentlemen. Of course, I have to keep jumping back to Adam Briggs and Sean McNamara. The battle for second place has just been tight all since we've dropped the green flag. We've seen a back and forth pass where McNamara lost a position momentarily and got it right back, and he has been under severe pressure since then. And he seems like he's quite comfortable to be in so much heavy pressure.
Well, I'm seeing here on the YouTubes that McNamara is the 2020 Season 2 NTS Supercars Series champion. Now, JD and I have both been out of the sport for 5 years, so I'm not quite sure what the NTS Series champion is, but it sounds like he's
NASCAR Truck Series.
It did say Supercars.
It sounded good to me. Look at this. Briggs on the pass, and beautifully done. And that one is going to stick. We'll see if McNamara can get back around him, but I don't think he will. That was a job well done there from Adam Briggs to move up into P2. And great footage there from the roof cam of both fellas. You can see a look behind and ahead at this, and a really good look at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. As a lot of people don't realize how this is, one, a narrow track, but number two, it's got more hills than people realize. It's got a little bit more elevation change than you would think. Really good job there from Adam Briggs. Boy, he had been working on that pass for a while, waited for the right moment to pounce, and boom, got it done. And let's see if he can break away. I think he may be able to do that now that he's got a little bit of open track in front of him. We'll see. And look at this behind.
I think it's a little harder to pass here than what we may assume, because man, these guys are really getting stacked up back here behind Dylan Pereira. Troy McGuire's been trying to get around him for laps and just not able to do it yet, and the traffic really is getting backed up back there.
Ooh, it is, and there's not as many passing opportunities as we've seen in some other tracks that we've raced this year, or this season and last season. So it is very tough. You have to use your when you get your chances, you have to capitalize on them, and just shows how big pit stops are going to be. Once pit stops do start, the window is open, so we can see them pit at any time. But these stops are going to be so important because, like you said, there's not a lot of passing opportunities here, and the racing is very tight. Looking at the Fishy Motorsports Commodore as he tries to make his move, and let's see, that is Rian Leonich. Oh, in trouble. We got a car off track. That is P. Lee from Riot Sim Racing in the number 13 Bliss machine, and that is unfortunate there for him. And just lost it. Unfortunate. Taking a look at this grouping here on the left of your screen with Kenneth Latter sandwiched in the middle. And, oh man, look at him get into the tire barrier there. You see the Riot Mustang, and just unfortunate for him. Got a car down pit road, just a J.K. Signs Mustang of Stephen Kokoschke. And Paul Young making his way down pit road as well. Looks like lap 11 is going to be the start of pit stops here, as we got some guys that are coming down to get those fresh tires on their rides. Yeah, we could have a pass here with Kenneth Latter here, guys. Kenneth Latter looking really good at the moment. He is looking ahead to get around Delaney.
Those fishy cars are pretty darn cool.
I love them. They're awesome paints. I love the chrome text and the little fish, the little bone fish. It looks awesome. You know me, man. I get down on some good liveries. I love them.
Man, I love the split screen too. Jay is just doing such a great job at producing these shows for us.
Yeah, he does a wonderful job, and really, bar none, just some best out there at what he does. Really good job.
Robbie Bradbury in the pits now in his KFC machine. Another shiny livery. Daryl Shannon getting out of the pit lane after his incident earlier.
Just under 10-minute pit stop there for Darren Shannon. That was from the big wreck earlier. And Kane, I talked about it a moment ago with McNamara when he was up in P2. I said if Adam Briggs got up there, maybe he could get away, and it looks like he's starting to get away.
Yeah, he is. He's pulled away 1.4 seconds from Sean McNamara. But that gap back to Delaney, still around the 2-second mark. I think McNamara is pretty secure in that third spot so far. But back behind them in the 5th spot, that battle's really pretty intense with Kenneth Latter and Delaney and Thomas Freeman. Battle there on the right. That's for 7th place. That's Dylan Pereira and Troy McGuire. Troy's really trying his best to get around him finally, and he might just have it. That's Sebastian Tixier behind those guys, and Michael Whiting right behind them. Ian Leonage in the battle as well. A bunch of cars back there fight for that position. Troy finally getting that pass done and moving into that 7th spot. Maybe not. The guy's looking at the wrong car. No, there, it finally updated. All right, so we've got Ian Leonage and James Chestnut in the pits. Taking a look at that battle for 7th. Troy McGuire did end up with that 7th spot after all my confusion because my live timing didn't update. And now we've got that battle with Sebastian Tixier. He's trying to get around Dylan Pereira now. Back behind those guys in the dark blue machine, that's Michael Whiting. So Kenneth Latter, Thomas Friedman, Troy McGuire, Michael Whiting, all in the pit lane this lap. Race leader Corey Shepard now pulled away to 6.5 seconds over 2nd place Adam Briggs. Adam Briggs now 2 seconds over 3rd place Sean McNamara. Those top 3 still pulling away from that 4th place Blake Delaney. Delaney no longer in that battle he was in before, as the other guys have stopped for their pit stop. JD's going to be back with us here in just a moment, guys, as Mike quit working on him, so we will patiently await his return. All right, we've got a handful of people in for pit stops now. Adam Briggs, Sean McNamara, Blake Delaney, Dylan Pereira, Sebastian Tixier, and Vincent Skilbeck all in for their pit stop. Corey Shepard still out in the lead, hasn't stopped yet. And let's see, there's only a handful of people left, just a couple. Our leader Corey Shepard left to make his pit stop, and let's see, that's David Vassallo that hasn't stopped yet, and Michael Bandini. Once those guys stop, we will have a clear field. But as far as the top 10, Corey Shepard is the only one left to stop. On board now with Troy McGuire. He's back in 11th place after his pit stop. That's not right. Where did he go? He is in 11th, but my live timing is not updated, so it's showing him in 13th. So I'll refresh that, see if I can get that to work a little better, and we'll keep an eye on this. Wow, what a battle for 6th. It looks like this about the same group there. Chastanoff leading the charge there in the 6th spot. Rian Leonage in 7th. Sebastian Tixier and Michael Whiting in 9th.
All right, back with you, buddy.
There's JD.
So sorry about that.
Oh, to the inside, that's Sebastian Tixier on, is that Dylan Pereira or Rian Leonage?
Yeah, Rian Leonage, really good battle right there, man. That is good stuff. And Leonage able to hold on for now. We're going to get another chance here. Leonage looking to make his move on the inside. And, ooh, the racecraft machine's going to, Tixier's going to have to be careful. He's going to have some company on the outside.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense battle. You got Leonage trying to get around Chastanoff, and you got Tixier trying to get around Leonage, and that's kind of opening the door for Whiting back there to try to sneak in as well.
And headed down pit road right now, you have your race leader. So leader is on pit road.
That just leaves James Woods and David Vassallo. That's it. Everyone else is pitted.
Absolutely fantastic. These guys working hard tonight. Everything is earned. All these passes are well earned. They're really working hard to get these passes completed here.
It has been a long time since I've been in the simulator on this. Oh, a big wreck! I didn't see who it was, but
looks like Skillbeck involved. One of the Troy McGuire's involved, and we'll have to get a replay at that.
replay on the screen. We're going to watch Dylan Pereira here. That's Troy McGuire back behind him, I think. Just gets in to that rear quarter, spins him out, and they just kind of slide back and take Skillbeck out as well. Wasn't a hard wreck. I don't think those guys took damage that's enough to cause big problems, but it took a lot of time out of the race. Did we lose JD again? Oof, Kenneth Latter just narrowly missing that wreck. So he'll pick up a few spots there. Crazy battle up here for 7th spot. James Chastanoff, Sebastian Tixier battle. Those guys hard at it. And just in front of those, Michael Whiting has managed to move his way up. Chastanoff starting to get a little distance there from Sebastian Tixier, who really has been putting on a pretty good battle there. All night long, Sebastian's really been charging pretty hard, trying to make some moves. But Chastanoff doing a pretty good job holding him up. like I said, Whiting gained several spots back there. I'm guessing when those three cars got together, he made it through and gained several spots there. He and Rian Leonage. That moves Rian Leonage up into 6th spot. Whiting's into 7th. And James Chastanoff is in 8th. Leonage starting to pull away there from Whiting. Leonage finished 2nd yesterday, so we know he does have some pace here today. I think he just had a poor qualifying to put him back there in the field, and it's just so hard to pass here that he's just kind of been struggling. Tixier starting to gain back up there to Chastanoff. We might see another move here. About 10 laps to go, so it's definitely time to start getting busy and start getting some moves made. If you can get them made. So after pit stops, Corey Shepard lead 6.6 seconds with 10 laps to go. That's probably, for the season, one of the least amount he's been able to pull away from that top spot. Adam Briggs, 3 seconds over 3rd place Sean McNamara, and then he's 3.5 seconds over 4th place Blake Delaney. So those top spots getting pretty separated out. 5th place Thomas Freeman, he's 3.5 seconds off of Blake Delaney. It seems like it's spread out about that 3.5 second mark between all of those top 5 cars, other than the lead to 2nd place. And then Rian Leonage back in 6th. He's got some company. Michael Whiting's somewhat close to him, under a second. And James Chastanoff is where the battle is. He and Sebastian Tixier been battling for laps now. Sebastian has now made it to his bumper, so we'll see if Sebastian has anything at all for James Chastanoff. Another battle on the track. Steve Kokoschke trying to get around Andrew Ritchie. Thought he was going to try to make that move a second ago, but came in hot. Thought he was going to try to do it, and he backed out of the move right at the last second.
All right, can you hear me now, buddy?
We got you. We got you.
Oh, thank goodness. And wow, what a time to come back in. Man, I am apologizing for some technical issues, and it was not the problem that I thought it was. So I think we got it fixed now, and we should be golden. Oh,
Well, we got
wide there.
two.
Look at this. Going to go around the battle for 16th back there. He kind of held on to it, but tough break there.
Yeah, that was Andrew Ritchie. Stephen Kokoschke had been trying for several laps there to get around him, and Andrew Ritchie just went a little wide there, slid her wide, and Kokoschke able to get right around.
I'm going to take a look at the replay here and watch this one a little closer. And you see right here the JK Signs machine following the Emu. Beautiful livery, gets in that grass, and once you come across that curb in the grass, you're just sliding there, and you see the KFC machine joining back track as well. Looks like he had an issue as well. But like I said, that could have been a lot worse. He actually did a good job keeping that one, kind of saved it there. Lost the position, but saved it.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely could have been a lot worse, and he was able to get it back on track with no issues other than the position lost.
He's practicing his drifting skills, that's all.
And there is several of these guys that is super good at it in this car.
Well, it definitely takes the level of skill to pull it off. I would just spin out myself. Look at this great battle on screen right now. Sebastian 60A trying to advance. He wants to get that spot, so we'll see if he's able to do so. Chastanov holding him at bay momentarily. He looks to the outside, no room. Chastity shut the door on that one. With 9 laps left in this one, guys, it is starting to heat up out there. You're starting to see some guys take some chances, and it's what we love to see. This is what the American Series does very well. These guys race with each other week in and week out, and it's fun to watch them go at it. I think he's going to try it again here in a minute. If Sebastian can find a little bit of daylight, he'll stick that nose in there and try to move up there and take this position away from Chastity. Boy, fantastic. 8 laps left in this one. And if you guys are just joining us, you have we're happy to have you first of all, but you've missed a really good race since the drop of the green flag here at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. It has been a tough day for some of the guys. They have had a hard time making some passes. Everything well earned here in Ohio today.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it would have been so hard to pass here, but it is looking like it's extraordinarily difficult. So every pass has definitely been earned.
Yeah, it is. It is a tight course, and you're right, Kane. It is very difficult to pass here, more than I anticipated as well. And, I mean, obviously we've seen these guys in the past been able to pull off some amazing passes on other courses, and we come here to Mid-Ohio, and it has been very difficult as a whole. Like I said, few passing opportunities out there, but when we have seen some passes, they have been done very good. Some textbook passes, and we've even seen 1 or 2 crazy passes. So with 7 laps to go, we have several good battles still out there on the track. Oh, look at this. A little bit of trouble right there, and that closed the gap there, the battle for 6th there.
Yeah, Leonich under pressure from Michael Whiting. Leonich had a significant gap back to Whiting. I don't know if Leonich had an issue that got Whiting up to him, or if Whiting just really picked up the pace, but Whiting is all over Leonich now for that 6th spot.
Yeah, here he goes, Kane. He's going to look down on the inside or the outside pass. Let's see if he's able to pull it off. And he had it, but he didn't carry the speed through the turn. It's so hard to make that outside pass there. A little bit of contact between the two. He'll back off, and wisely does so. That was a good opportunity. I like that he tried it, even though it wasn't successful. I like it. It's late in the race. And, you know, I mean, if he would have been able to carry a little bit more speed there, it's all about that grip and how much he has. Oh, boy, let's see what's going on. Big trouble for Chastanov, and he is off the track in the sand pit, and it is not a scheduled day at the beach for him. What is he doing over there? Let's find out what's going on, as he is deep off track. All right, you just see right here. Let's see what happens when he gets on the brakes up here. Oh, contact. Oh, surprise. There was contact in the rear there. And the Emu Bay 21 Chastanov machine off track, and there was contact there in the back. I did not know that. And that is why we take a look at the VRS replay. Look how close that was with the number 17 fishy Commodore coming around as Chastity rejoined the track.
Yeah, that wasn't a good rejoin there, but was that Troy McGuire? Just lucky enough to miss serious contact there, and he'll fall in line just behind Chastanov.
And that is for 10th place. So, I mean, he's able to hang in the top 10 for now with 6 laps to go. McGuire, he's going to try to pull this off. And you wonder if from that contact, he hit him in the back. And sometimes that can make the car a little harder to drive. It just depends on how hard he was hit. A good battle here. Let's see if the number 17 Fishy Commodore can swim his way up past Chastity here. I don't think he's going to be able to right now. He's actually starting to lose a little ground. So it looks like James Chastanov's EMU machine is going to be driving okay. It's just the damage is done with the track position lost. And that's a tough break with 5 laps left in this one. And it is Corey Shepard, Adam Briggs, and Sean McNamara up in the top 3 with 5 laps left in this one.
The battle with Rian Leonage and Michael Whitting has slowed down a bit. Leonage able to get just a little bit of enough breathing room there to kind of settle that battle down. But Whiting is still definitely in the hunt for that 6th spot.
Yeah, you're right. Michael Whiting is right there. He's working hard. There's 2 Commodores going at it. And you got Michael Whiting. He's in that number 6 Fishy Commodore, looking ahead, of course, to Rian Leonage in the number 4 Hydrographics Commodore. So this is a good battle for 6th place. And late in this one, it could give us quite the show here at the end of the race.
Now, we can't get through a race without saying how young this kid is, because he's doing such a good job under pretty good pressure for his age. And ain't he 11?
11 years old is 11 years old is Rian Leonage. And you said it's good for his age. I mean, the kid's good for any age to me. He's got me beat.
Well, yeah, that's definitely true. Me too. But when I see him under such pressure and everything, I think, man, 11 years old, I'd not be able to do that well. But
yeah.
Corey Shepard, our leader, he's another young one. I think he's 16 years old. So, and he's just been dominating the series. So,
oh man,
kind of seeing that through not quite that young, but seeing all through motorsports now, they're kind of these younger guys are really starting to dominate.
I like to see it as well, Kane. I just think it's great for motorsport in general. And we'll keep an eye, obviously, on what's going on track with 4 laps to go. But real quick, I just think it's wonderful for motorsport in general to get these young guys involved with sim racing. And they really learn racecraft. They learn the sport. They get interested in it. And that's how you get not only new sim racers, but new race fans in general. And I think it's just great for motorsports as a whole. And what they've done with iRacing is just phenomenal. It is the best out there, and it shows. And it shows it doesn't matter what age you are, you can participate. You just got to learn, learn the racecraft, learn how to get out there, have fun, and you can see it. They got an 11-year-old out there who's having a great time and racing with some of these guys that are just outstanding drivers. And we've seen some of these guys even converted to real world racing. So it's viable. I mean, it is a wonderful thing that they have got here.
Yeah, in this series, especially, we have seen several drivers end up in pro level real world racing from driving these simulator cars. I mean, not that that's all that they have done was drive the simulator cars and end up in the pro level racing.
Right.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of our online drivers end up on the TV in the real world cars. So it's really cool when that happens.
Boy, McGuire is not giving up. He is really wanting to get around James Chastanov, and he's starting to press on here with 2 laps to go. In fact, that's right, the white flag will be waving this next time by and Corey Shepard leading the way. But in the meantime, we'll see if Tony McGuire can get this pass completed.
Back in the 18th spot, Roy Clark and Robbie Bradbury having a battle, and I think these guys have a battle each and every week, especially in the closing laps of the race. These two are always battling.
That is awesome, man. P. Lee, Dylan Pereira, they're going at it right now. And remember the damage we saw with P. Lee earlier in the Riot Ford Mustang? He's got himself in 13th, King.
Yeah, that's a really good recovery run for P. Lee after his off track and making contact with the tire barrier. He is really pushing for a spot here.
Look at this. Dylan Pereira's got an excellent run. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He's going to run out of room and get sideways. Oh, no. What a save there from the number 10 Hydrographics Commodore. And Dylan Pereira saved that. Unfortunately, like I said, with time running out, he had to go for it and really was able to save that. But I like that passing chance. I think he had to try it there. He almost had it.
Running out of laps, it's time to try to, your best to try to safely make a pass here. And he definitely tried. P. Lee able to, that probably was enough to solidify P. Lee's 13th spot there.
And on the final lap, we have to represent and take a look here at the Mr. Antenna Mustang. He has led from the pole and ran the entire race up in the lead. That is Corey Shepard, who has just had a remarkable season here in the Americas Series, and that is going to continue through week 8 as he looks to close out with another win to his record here. And that is fantastic news for Corey. And let's see here as he gets ready to close out, as he comes around the carousel and gets ready to complete this race. What another week for Corey Shepard, man. That is impressive how he continues to come in here and make it look easy. That's not easy at all. And he's really making it look easy. And he will take Mid-Ohio in week 8. Congrats to him.
Yeah, Adam Briggs will come across in that second spot. And then in third will be Sean McNamara.
Yeah, good podium there for McNamara or McNamara. And now we'll see as the rest of the guys come across here. Look at this back over here. You got a great view of the guys coming around the carousel there. Let's see who comes across the line. There it was. The Hydrographics gets it. That was a fun battle all the way to the end. And as the guys come across, we'll get ready to do a full rundown for you guys on the fitted for tonight's race. And look at this. That was close. That was very close with Troy McGuire in the fishy Commodore. Tried to make it around James Chastanoff. Look at this for 17th with Bradbury and Clark. It's going to go all the way down to the wire here. Don't know if Clark's going to be able to make this happen, but he's right there at it. Let's see here. Going around this right-hander. See if he can get a push. And here into the carousel here. And I think the number 12's got too much. He pushed good. He gave it his all there. But it's going to be the KFC number 12 Mustang getting it done there. And that was a fun little battle all the way to the end. Let's take a look at tonight's final results from the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. As we saw just a moment ago, Corey Shepard wins it here. The Ford crosses in victory. And then Adam Briggs comes across in the second step on the podium. And the final spot will go to Sean McNamara, the first Holden. And then it's Blake Delaney in fourth, Thomas Freeman in fifth. Sixth will go to Rian Leonich, Michael Whiting in seventh. 8 will go to Sebastian Tixier and Kenneth Latter in ninth. James Chastanoff did get that 10th spot. And we move back to 11th. It's Troy McGuire with a big close finish up there with Chasty. 12th will go to Vincent Skilbeck. P. Lee able to recover and come back to 13th. 14th for Dylan Pereira. Stephen Kokoschke in 15th. Andrew Ritchie will come across in 16th. 17th will go to Robbie Bradbury. while Roy Clark takes 18th. James Woods 19th, and rounding out the top 20 is C.W. Williams. And we look back to 21st through 29th. It's Paul Young, David Vasallo, Michael Bandini, Matthew Monday, Devor Rain, and Darren Shannon, Austin Ward, Mark Turner, and Scott McKenzie. That is our 29-car field, and that is Week 8. It is in the books. Let's take a look ahead to next week for Week 9 as we head to South America, as we head to Interlagos. And what a race that is going to be, a legendary track, and one that I am quite fond of myself. I really, really like Interlagos. It's a great track, and I am excited to see what these supercars will do around this track. What are your thoughts on it, buddy?
I agree.
He agrees. All right. So make sure you guys come out with us next week. I want to thank everybody for bearing with me tonight. My apologies on having to disappear for a minute. So with the I was just talking, but you guys couldn't hear nothing. And I realized that I was like, man, Kane isn't listening to me for nothing. But it was not you, buddy. That was my fault. So sorry about that. And look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same time, same place. Once again, I want to thank Jay Kennedy for a job well done tonight. And you as well, Kane. I am JD Smith, and thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction. He's got rid of the outside. Both of them. Maloney.
Oh, he's taken Anderson. Anderson's up top.
Oh my God.
Big crash. Oh my goodness, half the field's going to get rolled.
Six very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no! That's massive!
This is it. This is over. I can't believe this. Oh my God.
God, what?